Hello, everyone. Many of you are aware that at the end of every year, my cosmic master JadeFire, who is the Lord Sananda, channels through me via trance and gives us an essence of the year to come. This year is a little bit different. This year, JadeFire channeled through writing and made me write this message that I am going to read out to you. It gives us an idea about what 2022 means for you and I and for our earth in general. Before I begin to read what JadeFire made me write, I'd like to tell you a little bit about this year 22. The number often represents duality, but when it comes together as 22 and turns into a master number, it signifies that there is a joining, a merger, a coming together of what might seem to be separate, of what might seem to be dualistic. But in fact, when it comes together, it creates a power that is masterful. 2022 itself spells hope, faith, moving into better times. Now let us see what JadeFire tells us about the year 2022. 2020 and 2021 may have had some of you feel that you have been abandoned by the universe, that the light that promised to shine upon you had in fact surrounded you with dimness. But, beloved, know this: you are loved. The light is shining upon you. It has never stopped shining upon you. Earth assignments and soul missions are unfolding themselves, and that is often not easy. But your influence and impact upon Earth and Gaia at this momentous time is to be recognized as crucial. We realize that this time isn't easy. We realize that this time hasn't been easy. And that, in fact, it might have been far more challenging than you had ever conceived, and that it has made you encounter emotions that have often been distressing. But we ask you to leave that behind, and in the year of hope, focus only upon the soul mission that you chose to fulfill at this significant period of Earth time. Many of you very consciously, and even greater numbers unconsciously took the impact of the energy downloads and the shifts that have taken place in the last 2 years. We applaud you for your willingness to awaken and to serve the planet and humanity. We applaud you for your resilience and the tenacity that you have shown in the face of all hurdles. You slipped many more times than you would have liked to. Sometimes you fell, but you always stood up again and soldiered on. The brave spirit of the human race burns bright within you, just as the brave spirit burned bright in the hearts of those who volunteered to shed their physical vehicle in the past 18 to 24 months, so that they could add their spirit contribution to the colossal soul activation that has now been on for over 4 years. You are seeing divisiveness and separateness all around you in ways that were not present earlier, in degrees that were certainly not present earlier. Sometimes it feels to you that instead of coming closer, human beings are moving further away from each other. This too, beloved, is a necessary part of the human evolution. So do not lose sight that this time is the time when all of humanity, we repeat, all of humanity shall return home. The separation that you are witnessing and that you often feel is a reflection of the separation from Source. This year of 2022 is the year when the realization of the connection between Source and humanity shall be felt in a manner that no one shall be able to deny. The deeper is your experience of that connection, the more strongly shall hope flourish in your life. Who am I? This understanding of what has often been considered a divine mystery is the most crucial unveiling on your evolutionary journey as a human race. This understanding by the human race as a whole and by each one individually is what shall determine the tenor and spirit of 2022. You may think that humanity has a long way to go before that stage is reached. But do not be blind to the fact that that can happen a lot faster than you may think at present. In fact, each year, time on earth is speeding up. Each year seems shorter than the last. This is because, unknown to you, the human race as a collective has already moved upwards to a higher band of frequency vibration. Let us repeat this so that you shall know that this is true. Unknown to you, the human race as a collective has already moved up to a higher band of frequency vibration. Your choices have always been vital, not only for you, but for humanity as well. This year, your choices become even more vital. Do you choose to live in the now moment, or do you choose to carry the past with you? The past holds within it all of the burdens, all the debts, all the baggage, and all the garbage. Can you leave all of this behind? Will you leave all of this behind? Will you do that now? This simple act of choosing the now presence shall instantly draw towards you the energy of hope. On the other hand, the past shall recreate itself if you choose that, and it shall recreate itself more strongly. In earlier years, you have strengthened yourself, strengthened your spirit energy by means of meditation, yoga, tai chi, music, sports, art, prayer, chanting. But now it is time to act. Quiet reflection shall never go out of style, for its importance shall never wane. But in 2022, quiet reflection without appropriate action shall prove nothing, shall attain nothing. The veils between the dimensions have lifted, and in 2 years you shall be ready to move into the fifth dimension. Do not slow down this process for you or for others. Throw down that past. Don't look back. Walk on. Shoulders back, chest out, back straight, feet strong, arms free of burden, free to embrace. Can you experience the strength and the power of this imagery? Earth shall have her distractions. Once again, it is a necessary part of the human evolutionary journey. But understand the meaning of the word. distraction. Once you have understood the meaning of this word, the choice that you have to make shall be clear as daylight. When you throw down the past, a strong field of crystalline light shall immediately surround you. This light field connects you to the many stargates and portals that are to open in 2022. This light field shall make it easier for you to shift into unification and oneness. The more you leave behind, the stronger is this crystalline light field around you. In fact, your very Markaba begins to change. And as the Markaba changes, you slip closer and further into the fifth dimension. 2022 is likely to see a resurgence in the use of dark energy and also in the dark ways that energy is used. If you hear this and fear what we have said, it shall make you more vulnerable. If you live in suspicion and distrust, you shall make yourself more vulnerable. Recognize that as the light grows, darkness redoubles its battle against light. If you look at light, if your now presence is rooted in light, the dark energies shall not be able to approach you because your transformed Markaba shall throw it out back into the universe where it shall be transmuted. Do not participate in activities that focus upon fear, that focus upon rage, even though paradoxically they do so in order to liberate yourself and others from fear, from rage. Your Markaba is enough. You do not need to do anything to protect yourself, to protect humanity. Your Markaba is enough, but your Markaba shall change with the help of the field of crystalline light that shall surround you. And this field of light shall surround you only when the past is dropped and left behind. Rise into your divine presence. Rise into your now presence. And the rest, as they say, is history. Love, light, and radiance to you from JadeFire.